Developing story this evening, neighbors having a difficult time coping after learning a mother is accused of killing her two adult children and then killing herself. The victims are part of a family with deep connection to Atlanta's medical community and politics. Channel 2 investigative reporter Nicole Carr live in Vinings. We're even talking to people who knew these folks well.
Yeah, we've spoken with neighbors. I've spent time on the phone with about a dozen people who love them or know them well. The feeling right now is really numbness. They can't piece this together, really can't believe that this mother could be capable of killing her children. To them, the story just doesn't add up.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, no words.
Not one neighbor can say they heard gunshots or saw a sign of trouble from the Edwards Vinings townhome. Before we even gathered details of what's now being classified a double murder-suicide, they had one thought.
Not me, not in my neighborhood, not that family.
Cobb County police say they found 3 bodies there Wednesday evening. 58-year-old Marcia Edwards, her 24-year-old son Christopher II, and her 20-year-old daughter Erin. Investigators believe Marcia Edwards shot and killed her children before turning the gun on herself. The Edwards were a part of a prominent Atlanta family. The woman's ex-husband, Dr. Christopher Edwards, is a respected surgeon and head of an Atlanta housing board. On Thursday, he told Channel 2 in a statement he was overcome with grief and shock.
Did you know that Wednesday, August 15th, is National City Hall Selfie Day?
That's Erin Edwards, a Boston University student and intern at a local New York City television station. This video comes from a City of Atlanta social media campaign. The city confirms Erin was an intern during the summer of 2018. Her brother, Christopher II, also worked for the City of Atlanta in its entertainment office. He had just started his job last year.
Wonderful, just bright people. Yeah, which makes it, a lot harder just to understand where, what went wrong, what happened.
Now, it's still unclear who made the welfare check request, and Dr. Christopher Edwards has asked for privacy. He and extended family and friends as they process all of this and make arrangements. But really, the feeling just everywhere is numbness over this news. We're live in Cobb County, Vinings. Nicole Carr, Channel 2 Action News.
This afternoon, Atlanta Mayor, thank you, Nicole. This afternoon, Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms issued this statement. Chris and Erin were beautiful, vibrant, and brilliant young adults whom we had the pleasure of knowing their entire lives. They filled the lives of all who met them with joy, compassion, and kindness.
Good morning, my faithful loyal YouTube subscribers. Today is Sunday. It is August 25th. The year is 2019. I'm still growing my beard in, so don't look at it all weird and stuff. I'm gonna get it shaped. I'll give it tomorrow. I'm gonna do something. I'm trying to grow it back out. Anyway, you just saw that news report where that doctor killed her 2 children in a murder-suicide. And I'm going to be very brief in my comments. Marcia Edwards was 58 years of age, and her two children, 24-year-old Christopher Edwards II and 20-year-old Erwin Edwards, she murdered them and then killed herself. She was married to, a lot of people don't know Atlanta has black royalty to a degree. You ever watch the TV show The Haves and the Have-Nots? Atlanta is a city where you have a lot of people who have, and a lot of people who don't have nothing. This is clearly a family that had it all. Two wealthy parents. The parents, you come from good backgrounds, well known in politics. The husband, who divorced Christopher Edwards, the ex-husband of Marcia, and the father of the 2 kids that were killed. They went through a divorce a few years back, and what I've heard is that she never took off her wedding ring. And I'm hearing this from a lot of people, that she kept her wedding ring and at one point hoped that the 2 of them, her ex-husband, would get back together. Her husband serves on the board of trustees of the Morehouse School of Medicine and was formerly on the board of Grady Memorial Hospital. He is also the chairman of the Atlanta Housing Authority Board. So this is Atlanta royalty. Morehouse, Grady Hospital, Atlanta Housing Authority, well known. But all the various mayors, friends of Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms, who knew her children, knew the kids that were killed. They worked in, the two children worked in with the mayor at some point in time, or in various points of capacity. This is what the mayor said. Derek and I joined the greater Atlanta community in mourning the loss of three members of the beloved Edwards family. Chris and Erwin were beautiful, vibrant, and brilliant young adults whom we had the pleasure of knowing their entire lives. They knew these kids all their lives. They filled the lives of those who met them with joy, compassion, and kindness. May the peace of God that surpasses to all their understanding be with the Edwards family and those who have. So, anyway, Erwin Edwards was a Boston University student, was an intern in the mayor's communications office last summer, and Christopher Edwards joined the Atlanta Film and Entertainment Office in 2018 as a digital content manager. So, and both were Woodward Academy graduates. Woodward Academy is a private school here in Atlanta. Well known. If I had children, that's where they would go, Woodward Academy. Very prestigious private school that more black people send their kids to if you can afford it. It's expensive. Like I said, the haves and the have-nots. Clearly, Ms. Edwards Ms. Edwards did not take that divorce very well. And this was her way of getting back at her ex-husband. By killing their two children, two people that he happened to love, and then killing herself. But really, she did it to hurt him with the kids. To take his legacy away. It happens, unfortunately. I just wonder, did anybody see this? Did anyone see? When I heard that she kept the wedding ring after they had got divorced, that should have said something to people who were around her. How did she lure both those children in the house at the same time to kill them? Were they living there? I doubt they were living there with their mom. The 21-year-old might have been living there, but she was in school. So why did they show back up at home? How did she lure those kids back to the house to do this? To take their lives just to get back at her ex-husband. You have to wonder about that. But Atlanta is a city where you have a lot of wealth in certain black families. She was living in Vinings. If you saw that townhouse, I'm sure that was probably a $500,000, $600,000, $800,000 townhouse. And things can get very pricey up there in Vinings. It's a very nice neighborhood. You just have to wonder what took place there. Why would she do that? I know why she did it. She did it to get back at her ex-husband. And clearly this woman probably has had some mental issues for years that family members ignored, including her own children, who were too young to probably even understand what the hell was going on. See, I know my mom, I know she's crazy as hell. When she started talking about Jesus and all that stuff, I look at her and say, okay, this woman crazy. Mama, did you take that medication? Did you drink that orange juice I gave you yesterday? Yeah, sometimes got spiked mama's orange juice. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I know my mama crazy though. Religion kind of has messed her up for years. And I think about my daughter, ooh, she's another nutcake. That damn religious woman, she just as crazy. Something about my mother's side of the family, religious and crazy as fucking hell. Women crazy as hell. So I wonder why. We'll never know why she did it. But we have an idea why she did it to get back at her husband. Clearly, they said she kept her wedding ring on. I guess she felt like she was going to get back with this man. And he moved on with his life. There's always that relationships end, y'all. And people need to understand this. There are 8 billion people on planet Earth. I don't know, relationships end, you move on. You'll have some good times, you'll have some bad times. People going to be people. I'm not going to sit over here and laminate the end of the relationship. If we're not make it work, if we don't, we don't. I don't care. I'm just keeping it real, y'all. I'm like, whatever. I just can't worry about it. But I'm definitely not going to grab a gun and go shoot and kill somebody over some crazy Negro. No. Mm-mm. Hell no. That nigga never, if real people front say, never talk to me again, I'd be just fine. I'd be like, we'll make me a pot of coffee and go have a seat. Oh, good. I'm not going to go cool that crazy over it. That's just me. I don't know. Might roast their ass on YouTube for a little bit until I get bored with that and move on to the next subject. But as for trying to kill somebody, yeah, that's the point. And then to kill your own children over him, she was clearly having some serious mental issues going on in her head. That clearly was just not right. And her children probably were just too young to see it. The youngest daughter was only 20, her oldest was 24. They didn't see it. I didn't understand it. And they probably didn't know how to approach their mama and say, Mama, you crazy as hell. That's how I tell my mama. Mama, you crazy as hell. Miss Hampton, you know you're crazy, right? Okay, as long as we're on the same page. I have to let her know. She is crazy. Mama starts screaming, Jesus this and God, Jesus and God ain't did shit over there. She driving the car I pay for, or I'm paying for. I'm like, oh, honey, give me a break. And the insurance. They said, I don't get mine, that's my mama, but I ain't paying for nobody else's car insurance, automobile insurance, so I pay for hers. And she said, I want to get a new car. I said, oh, Miss Thing, you got a new car. She got a 2000, bought that car, buy a brand new Honda Accord for her. She's going to keep on driving until the wheels fall off. Now, if the wheels fall off, we'll go back to the Honda dealership and buy another because she go through too many cars. Ripping and running all over America. She can put 50,000 miles in that car in 2 years. I'm like, how could you put so many miles on this damn car? Good thing I got that extended warranty. Because we might need it. Well, Honda should last a while, so we might be okay with that. That's why I specifically chose that Honda, because she's going to have to drive that sucker for a while. It's got everything she needs on it. A steering wheel and 4 tires. That's all she needs to get up and down that highway, and the engine that works. I pay for that damn car. But anyway. Yes, clearly Miss Edwards was having some serious mental problems, and something was wrong with her. I don't even know what to say. Clearly something was not right. But they had some questions that kind of, in the news, but they had some questions about this incident. A lot of questions remain unanswered Friday. Among them was who requested the wellness check, who called the police and went over to have them go check the house. When did the shootings take place? And what kind of guns were used? And who was the registered owner of the gun? What evidence prompted authorities to classify the investigation as a double murder-suicide? Did she really do this? And I'm sure they got some evidence. I'm sure if they saying that that's what took place, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. And it could be weeks before autopsy and toxology, which results shed light on those and other questions. Dr. Edwards' extended family and friends are in a state of grief and shock. I know they are. And privacy of the family is paramount as arrangements are being made. That's going to be awfully hard. To lose your 2 children, bright, brilliant kids doing something positive with their lives, to your ex-wife murdering them, 2 grown children. And when I first saw that, I was shocked by it. But I know how these relationships end. For many people, they can't get past the relationship, especially for some people. I don't know why they struggle to let a relationship go. I don't get it. They struggle with it. I'm not about to chase nobody around America. Now, when I know there's 100 billion people on planet Earth, if you need to be in a relationship, I'm at a point in my life, I'm just fine. I don't bother with nobody, truth be told. Niggas crazy. Niggas are just too crazy. Family members, friends, relationships, that's where the problems come in my life. So if I eliminate the family members, friends, and relationships, I'm just fine over here. I ain't got no dogs running around. I have to feed and take care of them no more. That's fine. Ain't no more mutts up here. All I gotta do is vacuum the floor and clean up this house and make money. That's simple. Then that's the easy part for me. But dealing with family members, friends, and relationships, oh boy. If I be bothered them motherfuckers, I'm fine. Man, we gonna be friends, okay. We can be friends from a distance. I'll see you from across town. You know, family members, like I said, my mama crazy. She reading that phone off the hook. And she calls and texts and calls and look at it. I talk to her when I feel like being talking to her. Anyway, I just gonna be a small video because I was just curious to know. I wanted to talk about that just to see what you all thought about it. Those of you who know about it. But Atlanta has some wealthy blacks here who have done the right thing, sent their children to private schools. You know, it's Atlanta, and like I say, it's a town of either you got it or you ain't got it. And there's no way to really, there's like a brick wall between the two. How do you get over to the have side? There's a wall, literally a brick solid wall that keeps those without it separate from those who got it. And that's just how it works here. And unfortunately, children and poverty and private schools and all this stuff, there's so many factors that play into this in Atlanta. I just kind of have sat back on the sidelines watching. Can you clam the wealth out in Atlanta? You can. But there's still a wall there, so you're trying to get access to these people like Dr. Edwards' family, who was well-known with the medical, well-known. There's a wall there. How do you transcend it? You got to have money. Wealth. Tyler Perry was on one side of the wall, now he's on the other side of the wall. You got to have that money to get to the other side of the wall. Wealth, fame, something. It's just very odd here. And Atlanta really doesn't have a large black middle-class presence in the city of Atlanta, maybe in the burbs spread out. But in the city, no. Poor niggas, rich niggas. That's it. That's where you fall. I think Atlanta has a lot of middle-class white folks who flooded into the city, upper middle-class white people, because, most middle-class people live out in the burbs, period, black or white. But in the city, there's a huge divide here. So this was clear a family of the haves. As you see, they didn't issue they didn't have to put out on one of them, when people die these days, and they have to issue one of them damn fund me pages, or what's it called? They're begging for money to bury somebody. They didn't need that. And they got 3 people they got to bury. Well, one might get cremated. Then how do they handle that? I guess her family will probably handle her arrangements. And then he's going to probably handle the arrangements of his children. I'm sure he's got some life insurance or something. Probably on all. I'm just very curious to see how that works out. I don't think they're going to do. Would they do a service for all 3 at the same time? I don't know. That's a tough one right there. That's a lot of animosity in the same room. Her family members there, his family members. That could be a lot of chaos. Love to be a fly on the wall at that funeral service, but they upper class black folks. But upper class black folks do know how to cut the rug too and act the damn fool. I have seen it. Run on out there to Guilford Forest and Cascade and drive through those neighborhoods and get to know the niggas out there like I have. You'd be surprised what's going on over in Niggerville. Just because they got some money out there don't mean they still ain't niggas. Trust me on that one. That's why I refuse to live in black neighborhoods. I was going to look at a house years ago in Guilford Forest. I met them neighbors and I said, okay, I'm not living out here. No way. And I never really cared for that Cascade side of town anyway. There's nothing out there. I don't have anything. It's too far to have to drive back to the city to stuff that I like. So I don't want to drive. I don't want to live someplace where I have to constantly get in my car and drive to go every damn where. I like to live someplace where I like to live in neighborhoods that are convenient for me to do what I need to do. So I don't really go ripping and running. I could never live in certain parts of the city that are too far out. Cascade and that's just too far from everything that I enjoy doing other than the airport. It's close to the airport. That's about it. I had some friends that live out there. I was, come on out here and visit. I drove out there one night. I said, never again. He said, I'm kidding. I went out there one time. One time. It was too far. Then leaving up out of there late at night. Dark roads, no street, because it's almost like the country out there. And I'm like, this is a little bit too, no street lights. I'm lost. The navigation's taking me all over the place. I don't know where the fuck I'm going this nighttime. I said, you know what? This was a mistake. I should have kept my ass in the city, or I should have ran up out of Cascade before that sun go down. So I have a rule, like when I'm out in places I don't know and the sun starts to go down, I'm like, my mama, let me hit the highway right now, so I can still see. And that sun go down, my ass is doomed out there in them parts of the woods. I was when my mother was something when my mama said, I gotta go. I said, now I get it. When the sun started going, I started easing my way towards the house too. Shit. Unless I'm in a neighborhood that I know, in the city or something. Yeah, but Atlanta is a city that's divided. And the black community is clearly divided. With wealthy blacks and then poor blacks. So, you got this huge divide here. It's the haves and the have-nots. One thing Tyler Perry did get that I've never really watched the show. I've never really watched that show. I tried to watch some of Tyler Perry's TV shows. I just couldn't get involved. I couldn't tolerate it. So, but in Atlanta, you do have. I have watched Greenleaf, a couple of episodes. It was about a year or two ago. I was watching that then I don't know why I fell out. That's not a Tyler Perry show, but I did enjoy Greenleaf. I think it's set based in Memphis or something like that. I don't know. Or somewhere in Tennessee or something. But anyway, that's funny because it just dawned on me. There's a guy that goes to my gym that I talk to all the time, and he stars on that Greenleaf. So I kept saying, where do I know? In my mind, I was seeing him wait, and now I know him from the Greenleaf show. That's funny. He goes to my gym. Duh. But anyway, I'm going to have to tell him next time I see him and say, now I know where I know you from. Greenleaf. Because clearly, he's one of the characters on it. He plays the son. So anyway, Dr. Edwards, I mean, I feel sorry for him, this man. They didn't say his age, and I was trying, that was one of the things I wanted to see. Because they showed a picture of him. Let me see. I was trying to they said her age. She was 58. But I really wanted to know how old was he? Was he older than her? Because they must have had these children young in life. Because she's 58, so she must have had the kids. She was 38. Yeah, she was 38 when she had the youngest. She was 20, so she was 68. My math right? No, 48. She was 48. Was she 48? If she was 50, no, she was 58. But anyway, this is my computer. This thing's going crazy. I got a new MacBook, but I haven't quite used it yet. So I'm dealing with this old computer, and I have some issues with this damn thing. I don't know what the hell is going on with this thing.
Attention, your Mac OS X is infected by viruses and your system is damaged.
You turn that off. There's something going on. I got some malware on this computer, and it's very unusual for a Mac to get that, so I need to clear this. I'm going to clean this up. Well, I have a new Mac upstairs now, and I just haven't hooked it up yet. But anyway, I was trying to find out its age. I couldn't find it out before my computer started acting up. If you like my videos, click like. Today it is Sunday, August 25th. The year is 2019. I look forward to reading you all's reviews. And we're getting ready to go to brunch on a Sunday. It's almost 1 o'clock. But I want to get this video in. I might do another video later, but we'll see. But the weather's cool today for the first time. It's beautiful outside. It's nice and cool. So hopefully it will stay this way for a few days. There's been one scorch or something here in Atlanta. It's been hot as hell down here. But we know hell don't exist. Anyway, if you like my videos, click like, share them with family members and friends. I'm out of here today. It is Sunday. It is the 25th of August. The year is 2019. And I'm out of here, and enjoy your day.